Sea level rise, global temperature rise, warming oceans, shrinking ice sheets, declining Arctic sea ice, glacial retreat, extreme weather events, ocean acidification, and decreased snow cover. I'm here to offer an explanation for such events. It's called climate change. What is climate change, though? According to the United States Conference of Catholic Bishops, at its core, global climate change is not about economic theory or political platforms, nor about partisan advantage or interest group pressures. It is about the future of God's creation and the one human family. It is about protecting both the human environment and the natural environment. It is about our human stewardship of God's creation and our responsibility to those who come after us. With these reflections, we seek to offer a word of caution and a plea for genuine dialogue as the United States and other nations face decisions about how best to respond to the challenges of global climate change. San Francisco and California as a whole recently got out of one of the worst droughts in recent decades. Due to a change in climate, residents saw lows for rainfall year after year. Deserts popped up across the state. Popular winter destinations like Lake Tahoe saw decreased foot traffic. On a local scale, San Franciscans were advised to cut shower length and waste less water in restaurants. Parks went from lush green to desolate brown. Signs around the city read, "Brown is the new green." According to the Intergovernmental Panel on Climate Change, a scientific and intergovernmental body under the auspices of the United Nations, there is a greater than 90% certainty that emissions of heat-trapping gases from human activities have caused most of the observed increase in globally average temperatures since the mid-20th century. This is more commonly referred to as the greenhouse effect, or warming that results when the atmosphere traps heat radiating from the Earth toward space. In his recent encyclical, titled Laudato Si', Pope Francis declares, "Humanity is called to recognize the need for changes of lifestyle, production, and consumption in order to combat this warming, or at least the human causes which produce or aggravate it." A number of scientific studies indicate that most global warming in recent decades is due to the great concentration of greenhouse gases, carbon dioxide, methane, nitrogen oxides, and others, released mainly as a result of human activity. The three most common greenhouse gases are carbon dioxide, methane, and nitrous oxide. All occur naturally in the environment, but have seen an increase in production thanks to human involvement. Carbon dioxide is released through natural processes such as respiration and volcanic eruptions, and through human activities such as deforestation, land use changes, and burning fossil fuels. Humanity has increased CO2 concentration in the atmosphere by more than a third since the Industrial Revolution began. Methane is produced through the decomposition of wastes in landfills, agriculture, and especially rice cultivation, as well as ruminant digestion and manure management associated with domestic livestock. Nitrous oxide is produced by soil cultivation practices, especially the use of commercial and organic fertilizers, fossil fuel combustion, nitric acid production, and biomass burning. There are a few simple things we can do as individuals to decrease the rate at which climate change occurs. For example, my family and I compost the majority of our trash. What is not composted is instead recycled. This keeps landfills from filling up and creating massive spaces for methane to fester. Another simple way to cut carbon and nitrous oxide emissions is to cut back on driving. Once a week, ride your bike or public transportation to school or work. Another idea is to join a local Commonwealth Club or community organization. Oftentimes, they provide speakers that can further educate you on the causes and effects of climate change.